Hi, in this screencast what I want to do is go over number 48, I think it is. Yes, number 48 from chapter 6.1, part 1, just to kind of show you how it's done. And I'm going to refer you to the PowerPoint that I did for chapter 6.1 because it will give you more details in terms of how to translate things. All right. Now, notice two things here. First of all, I've already put number 48 in there, so I've typed it out. And also what I did up here is I'd cut and pasted the symbols from a different document, so I have the symbols available. That's going to be really helpful for me later. So here's what we have. We have the Dixie Chicks opening the show implies that the Chili Peppers close it, given that the Black Eyed Peas showing up implies, it should be implies, let me fix that right now, that neither Gnarls Barkley nor Rascal Flatts will perform. Now, let's try and put out of our mind the idea of trying to see all four of those bands in the same show, which seems a bit perverse to me, but maybe that's my age. Woodstock probably had similar diversity, but who am I kidding? I was 9 years old. I didn't know about Woodstock either. But what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take this statement and I'm just going to copy it so that we can see each step. I'm going to paste it. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the individual propositions and turn them into letters. And I'm going to keep the connectives. So the Dixie Chicks opening the show is just going to be D. D implies that the Chili Peppers close it will be C. Okay. Given that, which is the connective, right? Given that the Black Eyed Peas showing up is B, implies that neither Gnarls Barkley, G, nor, okay, typo again, Rascal Flatts, R, will perform. It's neither Gnarls Barkley will perform nor Rascal Flatts will perform. All right, so this is what we have. D implies C, given that B implies that neither G nor R. Okay, now D implies C is connected or separated by a comma, so we know that that's going to go together. So let's do that first. D implies C. If we look at, again, the material in 6.1, or especially the slide, because we want to make sure with implication everything's in the right order. I'm going to go D, and then it's going to be horseshoe, implies that. And then C, comma, given that B implies that. Okay, now we've got neither G nor R. Now there are two ways of doing neither G nor R. And I'm going to show you both of them, and I'll just stick with one. One way is to go not G and not R. Okay? That's one way of doing it. Now, both of these ways mean exactly the same thing. I'm going to go with the other one. It doesn't matter which one you use. If I say we're neither going to have pizza nor hamburger for lunch, it means that we're not going to have pizza and we're not going to have hamburger. It also means it's not the case that we will have pizza or hamburger. So neither nor can also be not G or R. Again, either one is fine. They both mean exactly the same thing. And we can actually use truth tables to prove that, and I do that actually in one of my podcasts. Okay, so D, horseshoe C, given that B implies that not, or tilde, parenthesis G, V, R, close parenthesis. Okay, so B implies that. We already know what that means. And so we have D, horseshoe. Actually, here's an easier way to do it. D horseshoe C, comma, given that. Now, we're going to have B implies that, not GVR. Again, implies is horseshoe. Oops. Okay. Horseshoe, not. Okay. So all I did is I took implies that and I turned it into a horseshoe. Okay. Now we know this all has to go together as a chunk, right? And so I'm going to put these funny brackets around it. I don't know why they're funny. They're just square, which in my mind makes them funny, I guess. I have a weird sense of humor. Okay. Now, so we've got, and I'm going to put D implies C in brackets as well, because these are two basic chunks. All right? Now, so we've got this given that this. Now, remember that given that is a horseshoe, but with given that, we're going to switch the two, right? So A given that B is going to be B horseshoe A. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this and put it first. Sorry if I'm getting excited, but this is really exciting stuff. Okay? We're going to take this part, put it first, then we're going to add our horseshoe. I feel like I'm doing one of these things on the home and garden channel or something, or the cooking channel. Okay, then we're going to add oregano, or in this case, horseshoe, and then D horseshoe C, copy, paste, and we're done. Okay, and that should be the answer. So the Dixie Chicks opening the show implies that the Chili Peppers close it, given that the Black Eyed Peas showing up implies that neither Gnarls Barkley nor Rascal Flatts will perform, comes to bracket B, horseshoe, tilde, parenthesis, G, V, R, close, parenthesis, close bracket, horseshoe, D, horseshoe, C in parentheses. And there we have it. And that's our answer. Okay? And since we're proud of our answer, what are we going to do? Let's highlight it just for fun. Okay? You don't have to do that. So, again, I hope this screencast helps explain how to do this particular problem. I know it's a difficult one, and obviously post or ask me any questions that you have.